Hi and welcome back to another Best of Times Reborn YouTube torch video. This is just playing around with the torches, showing the beam up in the air and all that, like we're doing towards the end of last night's one. Got a few more torches with me. This one's an Energizer, sorry, that's looks like a spotlight one. It's red, and there'll be pictures of these torches so you know what I'm talking about. This is facing straight up, the beam. Hopefully the camera's showing it up. We'll go over near it to see if the camera's showing the beam. Because in person it looks really cool. I'm showing those in front. I've shown this torch before in earlier reviews, and that's just facing straight across the field to the other side to the trees. It shows it no worries. I can see across the trees. Do like a pan around. Try not to shine it in. You never shine torches, especially high-end torches, in people's eyes, especially while they're driving or flying an aeroplane or whatever, train, bus, any sort of vehicle. Never do it. Some plovers around, so gotta be careful how far I go out. They'll come after me, as they do. Hopefully this is showing up really good. Showing the beam. The beam of light going across. The stuff that's more like it's like a Star Wars, what do I call it? The light phaser, not light phaser, the, yeah, can't think at the moment, but anyway. Lightsaber, that's it, the lightsaber. This is the Sofirn IF22A. Like I said, there'll be pictures. That'll show a really good beam, like straight up, like a spotlight type of thing. Show it all around on the ground and across when there's no cars. It's bright, very bright. I'm just waiting for a car to go past. I'll have to put it in a bit more. But yeah, I like showing the big beam. Hopefully it'll show up on here. The beam showing straight up. Yeah, there it is. You can sort of see it. You can see me, but then you can see it. Try and show it across so you can get an idea. Like a big searchlight beam. It's on the highest. This is just setting one, just tapping it once. Twice. It's tapping it twice. And you can make it go like that by holding the button down. Alright, we'll grab one of the others. Try it out, probably the Philips. So if you watched last night's video, you'll see the Philips one. Just quickly getting this done because there is flying foxes in the trees behind me. That's a bit, yeah, a bit worrisome. And we'll do this big long Energizer one, I think, next. After that, I can find it. Yeah, there it is, big silver one, which was showed in the other videos. Okay, so we've got the second sofa, and they're the same, exact same. So we're going to go to this Philips one. Right, I was playing with it a lot more last night, which was really, that's fun to play with. Yeah, sorry if the audio cuts out. So I'm not going to go right out in the middle of the field like yesterday. No, it's a different sort of video. It's one button press on the Philips. One that's about the same size as a toilet roll. Really cool light. Press it again. And this is the big beam. This is one of the ones I really like, where you can see like the Star Wars type sort of beam coming from it. Hopefully it's showing up. Gotta be careful where I'm shining it because of the cars and that. Still, yeah, what I can see of it looks pretty cool in the camera. Trying to get across. That's just having it on the chair in front of the camera and that. Yeah. Go back out a bit so we can see the beam facing straight up. at the sky. Yeah, so straight up at the sky and moving it around left and right, right and left. A lot of stars out. And there's a really wide with that beam. So same sort of beam, but it's like very, very wide angle. It's nearly 180 degrees. Spotlight sort of thing. Should be able to see that in the video. Yeah, you can see that there, I can see it. Just can't shine it right out at the moment because of the trucks and that and cars, a lot of cars. But yeah, I'm shining this across like that. Good one before, then around on the ground so you can get an idea of how wide. I'll go back out just a little bit. So you got more idea of seeing how wide the beam, like out here and that with this. And straight at the camera. Yeah. Do 360 with it, the beam, like the spotlight part, about a meter in front of me. Now we'll go to the Sofirn Energizer, the next one. The big long silver, like metally looking Energizer. Look at that. Yeah, it's got more of a yellowy, orangey sort of feel to it. Like look to the beam, the whole thing. Like it's not great, but it's better than having nothing. You can hold the button down and it'll just change the brightness too, as you can probably see there. That's changing, but it's very orange. I like it. Like looking at the actual thing itself, the lens, it looks white. Looks like a white sort of beam, but when you're looking at it on the grass, it looks more orangey to me. Then when you face it out more, it's different. It's more white. I don't know. It's different. It's a completely different type of torch. It's more your average everyday person would go and buy from like a hardware store or wherever, supermarket even. Yeah, it's not as clean a beam. Still cool though. It's not the worst light around, but would I recommend it if you were going out in the bush or wherever? No, of course not. Set that down. Up again to the sky so you can see that beam coming off it. No, that's showing up. You can see that. Very cool. And then what else have we got here to play with? And then we'll just randomly select them. We got a cheap AliExpress one here that I want to show you, that I didn't show last night. It's one I bought at the same time as last time. And then there's a little Phillips torch, a basic Phillips torch. Yeah, this one's from AliExpress. It's got a swivel head on it. It's got magnetic stuff in that. Yeah, it's a very wide thing. It's more like the keychain one that I was using last night, the Phoenix, the version 2 from last night. If you watch that video, be linked in the description. Yeah, but you can do different things. It's got a little screen on it. You can change settings. The little screen that tells you the battery percentage. And you can hold the button and it goes to this thing, sort of like a cob light. It changes colour. I don't know how well that shows, but you can see how wide it shows around. It's pretty good. It's the button again. It's just with the button there. It changes to the red when you tap it again. It's pretty cool. It does the blue. And it does a mixture. It's pretty cool. So bear with me, with any of these torch reviews, there's going to be flashing lights. It's just how it works. Now we'll rotate the head of it. Show that. Wait for these cars, trucks and everything else under the sun to go. Where is that button? Yeah, it's hard to tell when you turn this around. It's on the top now. Yeah, so it shows it this way and more now. Then you turn it, see? So it turns it, and now it's facing that way. Turn it. So if I keep it this way, it's facing down, then when I turn it, it's facing towards the camera. It just gives you an idea of what that's like, what it does. Oh. Buttons on the top now. Yeah. But the part that that swivels when you try to press the button, it starts to swivel. Like it's not a stiff swivel or anything like that. It's a Phillips one, the skinnier Phillips one that I'll leave a picture of. It'll probably be at the start of the video like yesterday's one. It's more just, you know, put in your bag sort of one if you need something in a hurry. Turns out alright. It's got the flashing, but they all seem to have these things. Yeah, this one doesn't do that much. It shines up and it gives you a beam like I'll show them with the others. You can see it up in the sky and all that. It looks really cool, like a searchlight type of thing. It's just not as clear, not as bright. I've got a smaller version of this as well, sort of basically the same, just smaller. So I haven't got it with me, but see it on the ground, how it works. Yeah, I'll try it out once cars don't go past. Might be able to see the soccer goalpost. There you go. Showing towards soccer goalpost. Should be able to see that on camera. There you go. That's that one. What we do now, because we've shown all of them now, so what we might do the two Sofirns. So you know, they're exactly the same make and model. Just put these other ones away quickly, just in case someone comes along and we've got to go. Don't want anyone taking anything. Yeah, we'll do the two Sofirns. Some people say Sofirn, some people say Sofirn. They get warm. That's one thing to bear with, you know, be careful with. People driving past will be able to see this, no worries. So, still fun though. That's just one press. Two of them. And getting insects on me because they're attracted to the light. Go across the field. And that is pretty cool. I don't know if you could see that, but shine it to the goalpost in a sec. The soccer, football goalpost, whatever you want to call them. With the two lights directly on it. Now double tap. That's the full brightness. The two. More your straight beam. You should be able to see that pretty well. Into the sky. Really cool. Yeah, it looks really good. We'll shine it up to the other sports ground. That's just one facing up there. To get an idea. Shout out to Jim for recommending this one to me. But I'll buy one, and if I like it, I'll get a second one. I loved it, so I got a second one. It's another down. Yeah, it's off, and just the other one's on. Like I said, they're both this Sofirn IF 22A. It's getting warm now. Sometimes you think they should have a fan in on these ones. Some sort of cooling system. I'll show you the goalpost in a sec. Just showing out where it's not going to distract people from driving. You always got to have that respect when you're doing this sort of thing, when you're playing around in that. Or if you just, yeah. It's a really good one if you're in a cold climate. This is, yeah, here is far from a cold climate. That's just straight across the football field. The football field is basically two soccer fields in one with a cricket pitch in the middle. Yeah. So, don't want anyone coming over and, you know, you shouldn't be shining these things around. And what else can we play with? I think that's about it, really. Okay, back to that spotlight looking one, the one that looks like a spotlight, red and black, that you'll see in the start of the video. And that, play with that one for a sec. Yeah, it's got a very wide thing. When you get it further out, so I'll go right out where the goalposts are. Sorry if the audio cuts out, that's just the signal from the microphone to the camera playing up. It did pretty well last night, just a little bit. I had to put a warning on the, oh, not a warning, but like just telling you, mentioning that. Plus I did a warning for the flashing lights. It's easier warning than that. Let's see how wide it is. Just trying across where the camera is, panning across it, moving around, across the other side, up in the sky. That looks cool because it's got the sort of V shape going out and getting bigger and bigger, and the spotlight in the middle. And that, it's hard to really show how wide it can actually get. See it there. I don't know how well the camera would see that. It's got a little handle thing too, so you can hold it or you can sort of put it facing up. What I'm going to do, I'll get closer and then put it on the ground facing up. I'd put all the torches on the ground facing up, if I could, if they'd all stand up on the grass, so you can see it all. See how bright they all are together. Doesn't want to stand up. See with the stand, I think that would help. It just sort of angles it. That's all it does really. It's not really that good. Good for holding it though, like for sitting it there. If you need it on an angle. That's pretty bright on the eyes, seeing that, but anyway. One of the Sofirns is here, the one that hasn't been used as much, so the lights not exactly hot. We'll put that there, leaning up against it, just to get an idea of all these together. Oh, not all of them, but like the brighter ones, like that Phillips one. That's it, looks like more like a toilet roll. It'll look cool from a distance. It's like this. Get it on the full beam, straight up, as much as I can. Yeah, because I want to walk across and see how good I can see it. All that, like up in the air. That looks so cool. I'm going to get the phone and take a photo of that, so we can see that before the battery drains and that on the Sofirn. I should have both Sofirns on to try it. Anyway, we'll get out there and get the photo and turn them off, because the Sofirn will be getting really warm right now. Put it into night mode so I can see it better. And do a quick video. Hopefully it'll show it. That's just the Phillips and the spotlight looking one facing up. Yeah, it looks really cool from what I can see. We'll put the Phillips on there where it has the full wide angle as well as the spotlight. There we go. Trying to get them to stand up is not easy when you're getting blinded by the light. You know, your eyes have got to adjust. Try and see it. Anyway, this is best as time saying, enjoy your